so we're actually at the movies, and what are we gonna watch? Infinity Gauntlet. Avengers Infinity Gauntlet. My face is cut off here because this is for Instagram. For all you IG stalkers. Alright. Infinity Gauntlet. Hey, what are you gonna get? What are you getting? Huh?
I don't know. You call it.
I don't know. What'd you get?
Coke inside. Coke.
Alright. Infinity Gauntlet. Yes. But first, restroom. Soybeans. Green beans. Yeah, so 2 days ago on my Maka Kilo ride, I had to unclip a few times because when I dropped my bike on my tour of Waianae, my hometown ride vlog that I did, it was a really windy day, and when I was taking the Instagram photo, the wind dropped my bike or pushed my bike over, and so it landed on the derailleur and the handlebars, and a little bit on the shifter lever. Just very small on the shifter lever, but not anything major. And everything was fine, a little bit of clicking, but nothing major on the flats. But then 2 days ago when I tried to ride my tarmac road bike up Maka Kilo 3 times, when I would jump from the 28 to the 32 tooth cog, it would push over the chain into the spokes, and so I almost crashed a few times, and I had to actually visually look back to make sure I would only go into the 9th gear, because I couldn't jump into the 10th gear because of the slightly bent derailleur. But that's been all solved. Mel hooked me up at the bike shop, and he also recommended getting a new chain, which I'm about to show in the vlog, because he put the chain spacer tool on my chain. I usually get my chain checked every time I go into the shop, so I don't really think that it's been a long time, now that I'm thinking about it, since the last time I got my chain checked, and it was fine till now, and the chain stretched out. Maybe a couple of months, because I did a lot of riding in the rain and various things for the Festive 500 last year in December. But chain wear, so I didn't experience any chain skipping even under full load, 900 watt sprint or anything like that. So I really don't think my rear cassette is damaged or shark tooth in any way. I usually keep a good eye on my front chain rings as well. So yeah, I'm going to change out the chain tonight. Debating whether or not I'm going to degrease it first, then take off the chain, or take off the chain then put it in a little container of solvent and degrease it that way, which is always the best way to degrease your chain. But I have a Park Tool chain cleaner and that works as well, and I usually just use Simple Green and hot water and a toothbrush or whatever. But yeah, so I got a new Shimano chain. I haven't installed it yet. It's labeled as Shimano Ultegra 105 Ultegra Dura Ace. It says all three names on the chain. I thought that each Shimano chain was different for 105 Ultegra and Dura Ace, but I couldn't find specification on the Shimano chain that I bought that said it was only one type. So I don't know, does Shimano make specific chains for each group set, or is it just bundled together like my chain? My general use chain is 105 Ultegra Dura Ace. But if you know, post it in the comments down below. I would definitely like to know the answer to that. That has been puzzling me, as well as many things from, spoiler alert, movie spoiler alert, Avengers Infinity War. A lot of confusing things went on in that movie, as well as the ending of the movie. Confusing. So I did read the comics, but I don't really remember it going down quite like that. But I gotta read up some more and watch some more YouTube videos on the Avengers Infinity War to get up to speed with that situation. Alright, if you haven't watched Avengers Infinity War yet, or the other movies, Black Panther, the movies leading up to the Infinity War, go check it out. But finish watching my video first, then go check it out. Alright, bye. Yeah, watch this video. So my derailleur was slightly out of whack. Mel fixed it and found out my chain was worn. Too much play between the chain links, so getting a new chain as well. So one thing the mechanics did warn me about is if I switch out my chain right now, the chain might be, since it's fully worn, it might be accustomed to this cassette, so it might have damaged my cassette a little bit. So I might get chain skippage if I switch over to the brand new chain. So one of the mechanics was suggesting that I just use this chain to absolute breakage to avoid the chain skippage, but I don't know. This cassette is fairly new. It doesn't have 6,000 miles on it like the chain does, so I'm gonna switch it out to this Ultegra chain, and if I do get chain skippage, then I'll just switch it back to the old chain and let the parts wear each other out, since they might be totally spaced out perfectly to each other in worn out fashion. But we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. So I also found out that, let me think. I also found out that you should actually change out your chain at about 4,000 miles. So I got about 6,000 miles out of my tarmac with one chain. So that's pretty phenomenal, I would have to say. Yeah, so maybe don't be like me. Change your chain out at 4,000 miles so you don't get extreme wear like I did. That's about it. The bike shop can test out the chain link spacing because they have a spacer device, and that checks the spacing between the pins of your chain. And I'm gonna stop recording because there's some turbulence. Alright, that is the vlog.